Right. So last night after closing the camera, I did quite a few things. I'm actually not sure if I'm happy with it. But before I show you anything, I just found this big old tray. So I'm just gonna give it a quick wipe, and then I'm gonna put all my spare pieces in and empty that big bag out because it's kind of hard to work out what's going on. I also found when I was rebuilding the sail barge, I've got a bag of brown with loads of tan bits and grey bits in. They'll come in handy. As you know, the interior is a lot of tan. But let me have a sort out of this. I can't really see what's going on. Give me this a little wipe. From there, we can tip the bits out and be a bit better. I'll put that there. Get all these poured out. Yeah. So see what I'm doing a bit better now. Pull this in a bit. This puzzle, this table has a puzzle on it that I've not done in so long. Wow, that's ace. I actually don't know if there's any space for any more stuff. I guess I could put all these bits there. I don't want to overload it, it'll fall out the side. Maybe bits, big areas I want to keep separate. So I think the plan for today is I'll keep that ready. Get all this extra stuff. I think the plan for today is going to be, there we go, to work on this middle section, which obviously I've started. I think I might have made it a bit too big. So obviously the profile of the thing, whoops, the floor needs to be low, obviously, and then there'll be the sort of side parts, like here, around the back, etc. Meaning that it's easier if I show from the back. Meaning that if this is like this, for example, well, it'd be more like there. That's going to be my width, and I feel like the middle that I've already done here is going to be too tall. Like if you imagine, have this say here and that there. Oh, do you know what? I don't even. No, maybe it's fine. I had it in my head that it was wrong, but do you know what? We might just roll with that. That seems like it'd be okay. It just feels like these are just too big. So I don't know if you can really see. I've got in there the ladder for the access hatch. That is open still. So you can see my finger in there. It doesn't open from the top. I wasn't really bothered about that because interior-wise, you're going to be able to see in through the flaps that'll open. I've got a lot of floor space to play with if I'm going to make some rooms. I know people do millennium falcon MOCs. They might have like a toilet or a... Which I'll definitely have to put a toilet in there just for the sake. This will be like hyperdrive, maybe Han Solo sort of cloakroom thing. In this side, I'll have to open it with there. You can see that I've got the what do you call that? Like the hidden compartment. Now, what I've had to do is put a bin. I had to put a bin there so I can reach it. Again, I'm not exactly going to be sitting there playing with it, so I don't need to actually be able to put a fig in. But I like the idea that it's there. That's just something I managed to incorporate into it, building this sort of box thing underneath. And of course, on this side, we still have the landing ramp. I thought about maybe if I could make some sort of operation to open it non-manually, but I think yes, Andrew in the chat, proper smelly monster. Yeah, you know, is he sending me some? Yeah, whatever. I don't know. If I try to make a mechanism for it, it'll kind of take away from the rest. So we'll just see. But I think color-wise, everything's going fine. I think I just need to. I think I might just trust the size that I've done this. Just didn't want to. I don't know if it looks right. I'm not sure yet. I've left these as Technic so that I can add, like those ones that are almost like a stud, to attach those hinge things that you see there. You know, so play with it then. Give it another hour or so. Do a bit of an interior detail. Spinning chair. See, that's what I'm thinking. Is it kind of looks like too tall? Because if you've got, does it just want to go one stud lower? Maybe. I don't know how you'd achieve that though. I don't know. I kind of like it, but I kind of don't. Well, let's work on this. That's going to be the bit that changes anything that I need to do. So I need to make something circular, and I think that's where I'll have my. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to be the right position. That's why I'm thinking it needs to go down a touch. Let's get a panel on it and see. It's going to be different on this side because of the cockpit's going to be there. I think first one's first, one, top that one there. Oh, hold on. Oh no, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, there's another one of them. Yeah, make it all grey as well. I'm a bit conscious of doing everything light grey. It can't be too much grey, obviously, because I just don't want it to be a solid colour. I need to sort of do this, these curve bits. That's what I want. I like a curved macaroni piece. I might do the circles in dark grey. Let's see how that looks. Look at this piece. That's a funny piece. I might be better off. I was going to do these curves with a straight brick. I might be better off with the big round brick. Oh, this is miles easier having it like this. Right. Now I can either have it. I don't think those bits are round. There's a big hair in it. I don't think these sort of, I think you'd call them like the docking areas. Hairs in the build. I suppose being a U set, it's got, as Sean from ACOP would say, it's had dick hands on it. Right. Let's just play with some shapes and sizes. What's good actually, I know there's various pieces I'm seeing in here that I might not use, that I know that I needed for other things that I've been building. I was missing a couple of bits on the Droid tripod, so I ended up finding bits in the RC plane from another MOC. RC plane, so 3-in-1 plane. I think if I can achieve these side pits, and if I can do also the cockpit tunnel, maybe the cockpit today, that might mean I can just, well, we'll see how far we get. Well, that would be a good achievement. I might do some more building later on. I've just got plans later at about 8:30, or 8 o'clock. I'm still streaming by then. I think I'll give up. Yeah, I think this is going to work. What we'll have to do is join it up as we're going with bricks, so we can hold itself together. Oh, that's pretty good actually. Not sure if that looks right. Not sure. Another grey. What do you think? That look right? Or is it more round? I feel like they're more long than they are round. And if I have it there, that bit will fit not very exactly in the middle of it. Which is where that needs to be. I'm not sure. I'm not sure that's right though. Let me see if I can do it this way. See if this looks any better. So I'll just trial and error. Oh, I need to stick these down. Not falling apart. Well, I think this is going to be too big. Well, I don't know. Maybe it'll be all right. Just don't feel like they're that shape. Well, you've got that. No, that was wrong. Kind of looks like a hot tub though. Hot tub trooper. I think. Yeah, I think before it looked better, didn't it? Oh. I don't know, it is a good idea though. This might work. I know Andrew's not in here anymore, but congratulations, you are the first ever live chat message. So well done. Typical Andrew. You're saying I look fat. Oh no, hold on, that's not going to work, is it? No, that's a shame. Yeah, I think I prefer the look of it without it, so. I need a brick separator. Chewing this up. Let me go get a brick separator. Oh, I've seen one of those somewhere. Teal gang, you know how we do. Let's get this bad thing off. Never really bothered with these till fairly recently. I use them to put my stickers on. Kind of always done that. But I never really used it to separate bricks, and I'll tell you, it's a game changer. I think it'd have to be something I'm not bothered about. Right, this is going to be the best way, I think. It's just not going to get. It's a shame that those are dark to build up the inside. Oh, yeah, you know what? Where's those? There was a plate like that with a sticker on. And I feel like it'd be good for the end of these. Oh, hold on. If I can find some of those in the library, that'd be a good piece to use. Yeah. So do I want them? I just want them more like that. That's pretty ugly, that, isn't it? Let's get those off. Maybe that way. I was trying to not do so much greebling straight away. It happens. Well, that's the point. There's some sort of sticker. I should have a tile in there. Yeah, a tile would be fine. Yeah, I didn't want to do too much greebling or waste parts. I might need parts for the actual build. And I thought I might shoot myself in the foot if I start sticking parts on that I might want for the build, and then I can just add greebling at any time, you know. But I think that's fine. It's kind of roughly like minifig size as well. Drop it down one. Interfere with the floor a bit. Yeah, I think we'll go there. And what we need. What we need is this. These pieces. To go like that. Pretty much bang on, isn't it? You stick it on. I'll have to do some parts. This means I'm committing to the tunnel pieces I've already built. So there is turning back, but it's just going to be more of a pain. More stuff I add on. Yeah, okay, I think I like that. And that's fine. I'm not going for like mega accuracy here. I'm just going for better than the one I had because I didn't like it. Let's have a look now. So I need to build that again now. That I've just done. So I've got one of the bits there. Right. Sorry, you can hear the washing machine. I've got my work uniform going round in there. So it's sort of crazy last spin. Let's use that block again, because it was easy to build on. Didn't really do much talking on yesterday's stream. I suppose you could call it build ASMR. But today I'm going to try and talk through what I'm doing to make it a bit more interesting, you know, in case anybody watches and is wondering, well, you can't see what I'm doing and stuff. Is the lighting no good, by the way? It might be a bit bright. This is more so I can see. Is that better? That might be a bit better. Probably need something there. Ready for the tune the washing machine's going to do. Let's hear it. Always plays you a banger when it's done. Nice. I'm going to go over the size of this thing. I was kind of intending to have it a bit bigger than this, but as you saw, I was kind of going off the cockpit, and I think if it is any bigger, that looks silly. It already looks a bit silly compared to that. I feel like, I still feel like that's a bit too big. We'll find out. When there's panels, it's going to hide its size a bit better, isn't it? I don't know if you'd call it a top tip. When I'm looking for, say I need the plate to fill in this gap, when I'm looking for an item, I'll know I'll be copying this obviously, so I might want to look for other parts at the same time. So if I come across them, I'm not just going to wait until I've got every piece that I need. Like this, for example. It's like halfway there now. Just need a few more bits. Just because I had them already there. Not being able to find that curve thing is kind of throwing me off. There's loads that are like that. Something, isn't it? Let's get this on. Have a proper one. thinking about this MOC all night last night. Just kept thinking about what I'm going to do next and stuff, or how I might achieve it. Once you sort of sit down and think about it and go away, come back, obviously, like looking at the parts and stuff, you've sifted through them enough times, you kind of know what you've got. That's always good. Oh, man, I can't find this. I can't find this part that I need. What I'm essentially doing here, build-wise, is the same way that the others are built. The panels are going to be a bit different, but the footprint and the sort of style of the building is going to be the same. The panels, I wanted to copy this how they are done on the 2019 one. It's no longer the latest one because that silly Smart Play one. Although the panels are a bit less gappy. If anybody knows what I'm talking about, they'll know what I'm saying there. Oh, man, this ain't good. Maybe there was an odd number in the set. I don't think I've used one. Am I just being silly? This might be one of the bricks. It was missing. The guy who bought this off said it's he's sure it's like 99% there and there's definitely no figs, which I don't need. It was such a great deal. I'm not complaining. I got him. There he is. Now we're cooking on gas. So we can add all these bits now. Need another curved brick. One of them. I need a sort of 1x2 cheese slope. Open up that thing in. So, 11 gram brick. What's always bugging is where you know you've seen what you're looking for earlier when you didn't really want it, and then you've got to try and find it, or try and think, did I even use that? Did I leave it? Did I get it out? There's two dark grey ones there. I don't like grey ones. I know. I can use the ones off these feet. Oh, what I'd like to do, here's something that I always said. The feet, I don't know if I'll have the biblically accurate 5 feet or 7 feet? That the falcon. Oh, there's one I just needed. I found it again. On the landing gear. Sorry, not the feet. But I'll probably. What I wanted to use was the original classic. I think it's like a Power Miners piece. It's a sort of weird, like this shape. Oh, I can't. That is a bad description. I'll find one, and that's the feet that was on my old 2004 one. Landing gear. Keep calling them feet. This is quite a big moment in the build to be able to do the next part. So once this is on, I think I'll be pleased with what we can achieve. For the sake of this tiny little piece that I now need, we're kind of held up in the build a bit. I just hope it's going to tie together with the paneling and stuff. I might have to. Oh, that's not a candy actually. Yeah, maybe. No, magic. Oh no. I just had an idea. Sorry, I thought if I had some tan, it'll kind of simulate the tunnel a bit better than that. Well, I think it'll hide. I think it'll hide some stuff. that I want to be able to see. I did add like a tan sort of curve brick in there. That's not in there. But you can't really see it because of the way that it's gone, the way that I've built the rest. I mean, it's fine. I know it's there. No one's gonna look. It's such a small detail. I just kind of wanted them to have round tunnels. Phone's really slow. Need a new phone. Let's get some pictures of the build. There we go. Things ringing. Comes and kitchen. I had that in my head for ages. It was easier looking for that dark grey bit that I couldn't find. It's now looking for the light grey. Funnily enough, I found it, but everything's light grey and hard to spot. Okay, and now pull that off. Click that back together. So how did we have those? Have them on between these two bits. But it's funny actually. I'm using the same pieces as it was. That came off the exact same position of these. So it's almost like they haven't even changed. It doesn't make any sense, does it? I know what I'm trying to say. Do you know what's great? I've built this so sturdy. You really can squash it. I don't know if you could do that with the original set. It's not like the tiny tank, is it? But quite a bit of oomph into that. Oh, okay. Right. It looks a little bit more like something now, doesn't it? Shall we do the back? Or shall we do the tunnel? I think the tunnel is going to be a part that we're going to want to achieve, isn't it? I'll say something as well. I've been doing this because I wanted to I wanted it to be like a classic set, is having like bright red and bright blue bricks hidden inside the build, just like it would have been. Do you know what I thought actually, just on side subject, the sort of tunnel to the cockpit, obviously there's already one there on the old set, but I thought, I know I can make that longer. I'm gonna have to move these around to a different color. I know I can make that longer by using parts that came in both sets. There we go. And I thought it'd look good. Oh yeah, so the different color of stickers kind of gives it a bit of an effect. I feel like you guys can't really see that well. Are they long enough, or does it want to be longer? I think it wants to be longer, doesn't it? By one more bit. Which means we need 2x4 brick, classic brick. As long as there's more of those, I think there is. I've been a bit conscious about using bricks that I might want, i.e. tan ones. I might need them for interior, so I don't want to waste them on something you're not going to see. And that is also another reason it's good to just use random colours, because you're never going to see them. There we go. The OG 2000 Falcon had a lot of blue and red, and it wasn't even hidden, it was quite visible. I think it's going to be quite a long tunnel. That bit might need to be different. Not going to be too much. This might be too much. If it's that length. Might be alright. Might be alright. Oh yeah, swivel brick on there, that would be good. Is that going to be the move? one last bit for this. Got it. Nice. And I can sort of live under there. Well, that is a shame. It's not quite going to fit in there, is it? Is that because of that stud? It'd never fit there anyway. Right, let's find one of them swivel plate things. I've seen one of those. So it used to be mounted with this. We might need that again. We might need it. I'm going to aim to get it without, if we can. This would be better if it was grey. I don't know if this will work for this type of brick. No. Yeah. So potentially, is that going to work better if we do that? Yeah. I kind of had it more tucked in. I want it more like there. We can do that. That can work. Let's put this back on. And we'll have some sort of slope. Like that maybe. Yeah, just like that. It works out fine in the end. Yeah, so I think we'll go back to the drawing board with this, use this. Which is a shame, because I kind of fancied having it as a proper tunnel. It needs to be about here. Now, there's no point in me doing that until we've got the actual area there. So let's go for that. Let's see if we can achieve this. How about we'll use this. Oh, hold on. Is that gonna work? Yeah, okay. I don't know if I've seen any of these. Probably do with making that a bit less. I really don't know how to achieve that. Does it need to be lifted by a whole brick? I think so. What's going on there? Interfering. Watch out, that don't even look that bad. So, too long. Let's get rid of that. Get a little 2x3 on. The same way that was. Huh. I wish there was a better way to achieve this. I feel like I might end up with some gaps. Oh, you know what? We can test. This is a good time to test something. If that's there, is that going to just fill that? Oh, yeah, I think so. I think good enough, right? Nice. I wanted it to be one of these pieces sized because I felt like that's how the shape should be. And it's going to be. Oh, it's coming together. It is coming together. Right. I think we just need to send it like that, don't we? So that's going to live. What do we think? Ah, you see, I can't use the blue brick here, look, because you can see it. I'm going to have to change it for a white one, grey one. Damn. Have I got a grey one that size? Well, sort of. No, not going to work. Hold the phone. Just gonna have to go find a grey brick in that size. Immediately found one. Immediately dropped it. I don't think we need to lift it up that much, really, do we? Oh yeah, that's something else I needed. The slope bit for there in grey, because there's no way it's going to fit otherwise. Ooh, that is a good shout. How are we going to do that? Ooh, have it on an angle like that. Just see if this is actually going to work before we commit to it. Quick thinking. Whoa. It might not be worth having this at an angle at all, as cool as it'd be. Well, it's too far away from one because of that. Yeah, this is a waste of time. There's no point. Right, forget that, forget that. Let's go, put everything back the way it was. Blue brick, that piece, that piece. Where's my grey brick? There, droopy bit. Yeah, so I just need a 4 long slope. Back with a few bits to try. By the way, this is the piece I was on about before for the landing gear. It was on the 2000 version, and I'm pretty sure they was on the 2004 version. Just an interesting piece. It just looks like it belongs on the landing gear of the Millennium Falcon. And also I've got this kind of ATST missing a load of parts. Well, there's not any of the original parts, I don't think. I had enough bits to make that, but I'm going to see if I can rob some bits off it, because I've got a feeling that this is going to be a nice piece to use here. If that's like that, it's all I can think of that will bridge this gap. It's a shame it just isn't quite right, but I don't know what to do. And then I've got that. Oh, you know what? I have no idea. Oh no. Oh. We can have that all together like this. Oh, hold on a minute. Have I lost the pieces now? What the hell? Oh, let's see. Let's go with the. And then we'll add this. No, not that one. This. Yeah. I think we'll go with that. So I pretty much need 1x2, and the colour will do. Let's go for it in. I'm going to use this hinge brick just to give it something. Just needs to be higher then. This bit is ugly. I need to sort that. Oops. Oh, I don't know. It's stuck on that bit. I think we'll just have to build it up with plates. Make it as good as we can. Not sure. No. I don't know what's silly or. It looks a bit stressed there, doesn't it, that piece? I think we need a brick under there for that little gap. No, I don't like that. I don't like that whole area. I need to do something. Oh, that's a good idea. Yes. That's a good idea. Where's the... I keep dropping stuff down there. Yes. It's probably about as good as I'll be able to get. See, I think that just looks a bit better. It doesn't look better at all. It's going to have to be that bit. It's going to have to be this piece. And that has to fit somewhere. Maybe like that, yeah. Maybe like that. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, probably about as good as I'll be able to achieve that, so that's fine. Let's add, fill in the gaps. Whoa. Fun. Uh, oh, I'm a bit of a crazy technique at the minute. How about this then? We'll get these two. Ooh, that's interesting. It's going to be quite a fragile connection. I like it actually. I like it a lot. It'll do us. It will do us. You can even have that more like that. Oh yeah. Look at us yeah, look at us go. Now we are talking. Nothing else you can do there, really, is there? Add these here, the edges. Yeah. Why is that not fitting in there? Does it have to be that way? Yeah, you have to spin it after. Okay. And we need something here. Let's go. What can we put there? Something like this. What time is it? Oh my god, 7 o'clock. It's pretty ugly, but it does work. I think I might as well get another one of those inverted 2x1 slope. And just add it under there. There's nothing else you can really put there. No, so it's not. Hopefully like that, maybe. Yeah, you'll have to do. Also have a bit of red. The red might be nice. Oh god. Oh, we've closed it up. Yeah, okay. I think I'll probably fill it up a bit. Something. Kind of need like a, well, what about just a 2x3 standard block? Oh no, that's not enough fit. How far is it? Right, we want a corner. We want a corner piece or something like that. Or we could just go with the one side. Well, that's going to interfere. We'll have it there. That's better. We need a little block. Ooh, I wonder if we can do that. This might interfere as well. It might be better. Yeah, it's going to interfere. My building techniques are so rubbish. Oh, it's a shame those are black. They'd be nice and grey. Kind of want like a, just a 1x1. Just to stick in that corner. Not a lot of 1x1s here. You can always try something different, like this. I just don't want it to look too greebly. It's not. Ah, well, that actually. Oops. Go there. I just need something to fill that gap. Like a. Well, what the hell? Let's try this. Stud grey. I definitely haven't seen one of them, to be honest. Put that on the bottom of it. That's not it. What we can do it like this. Yeah, looks a little bit too greedy, to be honest. That's all we got. How long have we been streaming for? Oh, hour 43. Nearly a cup of tea time, I reckon, isn't it? Yeah, what was the reason that couldn't go on? Was there even a reason? We can actually just have some fun with this. Drop it down a stud. Just to cover it up a bit. Okay. So I think what I'd like to get on next will be this piece before we have a little stop. Barely even fits up there. I don't even know how I'm going to even attach this. That's going to be a bit of a crazy piece to attach. I think we probably just want that to kind of extend it up into there. And I'm basically just want like a maybe a hinge plate, just a single one, if that's possible. What do you reckon? It's not. I don't need that one to ever come off, so that's fine. I don't know how to achieve this. Such a small area, isn't it? I think. How big is that area though? That's too tall. I think I'm gonna go with like that. and have like a hinge brick, or like this, and so one by something ones. Oh, here you go. How about that? Yeah, that's the stuff. Maybe just have it on a jumper tile. Because it's on a weird angle, isn't it? So let's go Technic piece, brown jumper. Doesn't really matter on the colour, does it? And then we want to build up this because it's going to be visible. Well, not really. Probably not actually that visible. How about that bit that we had from earlier? Let's see how tall that is when it's all on. Oh, that might be perfect. Let's go a bit lower. Yeah. What we can do is have maybe in the tile. So we can use the brick separator to build this. Yeah. Well, what do we reckon to that then? That's quite a significant portion built up just there. I'm pretty happy with that. Everything's fairly sturdy, I'd say. Let's sort this out a bit. So that's a red one, something a bit sturdier. So there's a bit of a fragile connection. Right, well, Sorry, I was having a bit of a moment now, just staring into space. So, have a look at this now then. Rubbish on the phone. Oh yeah, I never reattached all this stuff on the bottom, did I? Let's do that before I show you anything. Oh, it's getting like less and less places to hold it now. Super. Bricks for this. There's something to grab onto for the door. Okay, and then we need to address this part. Probably technique. Now, how about build it up with plates? That's going to be better, isn't it? I know what I'm going to go for is that. Is that ugly though? I mean, it's fixed on now. Hmm. Oh, I know what would be nice there. Don't want that. Sorry. Ah, it's actually a very unnecessary waste of a part. Oh no, where's that just go? How about that? Yeah, let's go with that. Again, now we need a tile. I'll use this. Some strange techniques today. Just add a little bit of strength. Just so we can relax. Small light grey plate anywhere? Or another one of those? It can be dark grey, doesn't matter. Right, that's definitely sturdy now, at least. Get that in. Okay, right, I'd call that pretty sound. All I need is to add a couple bricks here, because that kind of looks rubbish. So, folks, I know you can't see very much right now. I'll show you in a second. I just need to build this up to make it look okay. Can't have that gap there, can we? I think what we need is that, and anything like that. How visible was the gap? Okay, I think we'll get away from it. And then, oh no, just let me fit, is it? Keep dropping this piece inside. How about adding it after? No, maybe I'll add that after. Maybe it's the piece that's too big. That's the problem I might be having. Honestly, it'd probably be better to actually add stuff to this anyway. The bit itself. Oh, that's going to fit there. Oh well, no. Let's see. Playing with these angles is funny because it's like no, you like totally no bricks and they're just not going to fit, you know. Oh, there we go. How about that? Oh, that's better, isn't it? There's only a slight gap now. A couple of plates down below. The gap is a bit better, right then, guys. So we're just exactly 2 hours in to this stream, meaning we've probably done. Christ, we've been building a long time. Let's say that maybe. I did an hour yesterday, hour and a half-ish after the stream. So this a little bit better. And 2 hours today. So 4-ish hours into the build, maybe a bit longer. And so far, this is what we got. Definitely tell what it is now, can't you? So, yeah, this is actually wicked. It's better than, well, not better than I thought. I had these massive grand ideas, but when you start building, you're like, oh my god, this is like a really crazy undertaking. But it is literally just a bigger version of the play scale. The cockpit looks fine. That was a bit, I had some concern about it looking a bit lost. Maybe these need building out a touch. Something that can be done. It's no dramas. Oh, do you know what I mean? I might just leave them in. Yeah, I think it does. I think it does have that sort of recess a little bit, doesn't it? So today we've completed all that sort of corner. I had to go a bit ugly on the tilage and stuff to go around that corner of this sort of section. It's not what I wanted it to look like, sorry, but it is damn it close. I just had a different vision in my head of how that was going to look. Well, we got the first sort of top panel on. That one is one that I'll never move. We've got this sort of edge. We did these. What else? Yeah, this is really sturdy as well. I'm really happy with that. That's not going anywhere. You can give it a real shake like that. So yeah. Added this chair, first interior detail, Han Solo, and you can still access that area. You know what? I might need to move that bin, change it to something else. That feels as if it's moved anyway. I think I'll have a sort of that. That is there. Gosh, wrong way. Right, sorry guys, in the middle of talking now, I had to just fix this. Right, there we go, that's my best. So you can't really see, but we've got the hatch in there for the hidden compartment. I do that as an escape pod, but I didn't really fancy incorporating that because I've got an escape pod from my old one. I just wasn't bothered, so yeah. I think I'd rather just have the hatch. Oh yeah, the landing ramp is there. I put that thing on that to help me open it now. And you can see that through the inside. Just. We've probably not used that many bricks. I've still got an awful lot of bricks, plates, little greebling bits. I've got all like the chairs and stuff and the hyperdrive parts. Those are still all present. We've really made some wicked progress. That is absolutely looking like a Millennium Falcon. Maybe it's time to go for these next, because I remembered the front isn't going to really need many of those curved things. Isn't really going to need many of these because we can actually add one on now just to see how it looks. If it'll go, is that on? Yeah, it's on. It's not really going to need many of those because the sort of fang pieces are going to be there, whatever you call them, these. So just for a sense of, it's going to roughly be like there, aren't they? Obviously a bit longer. Probably add them there. So you guys can just get an idea of where they're going to be. They probably want to be around about exactly that size. So we'll have to build them in with Technic. And you've got an idea there. I mean, that length sort of feels right. It's a bit front heavy. Well, you know, you get the picture. It's going to kind of be like that. I might just leave those on as inspiration. And yeah, they'll probably be about that height, about that length. I'm going to rebuild this with less grey, but I kind of like the base with the holes as it is. They even have the stud shooter in. I wasn't going to bother with that. I still don't think it will. But yeah, I like the open holes. My idea was, so this Falcon I got on the cheap one that I got, one that I didn't already have, has, see if I can find you one real quick. I think they're actually stickers. I don't think they're printed. a sort of round 2x2 tile. There's one, but it's not the one I'm looking for. There's another again, not the one I'm looking for. Well, oh, I can just show you the instructions actually. Oh, I've got one, I found them. So these on this set, like on this, are just a sticker tile, and they look bad. They're kind of in a totally random place that's kind of used to hold that to that and that as well. It just doesn't really look right, to be honest. Not to mention the sticker, which is a shame. But I thought because the detail is here, because the detail is like good enough, I'll probably sink them inside like that, like in the holes, but where you can't, where you'll have to look in to see. And it might be look a bit cooler. I also have this piece that's on here. Both of these models, it's a sticker and it's only half. They're almost exactly the same sticker. Right? It's only half. Whereas in the, you see that? In the loft where I've kept some pieces of my, or whatever I could find, of my old 2004 one, the sticker was, I think the whole thing was, there might have even been a print. But anyway, the whole thing was covered. And it felt as if, it just felt more proper. So, yeah, we'll probably use that instead. Sorry, just noticed I wanted to change something. I don't know how. I don't know how to go about this. Oh, I'm gonna have to stay here. I'll just call it off, right? Maybe that'll be nice. Let's have that one. That sticker's not been put on right, is it? No, looks agreeable. So yeah, big plans. Might even do some more building later on. Don't it? Well, I probably should do it on stream now we're up to this point, because otherwise it's like a massive change whenever someone clicks on it. And I have to start thinking about the paneling. Here's one of the old panels from the back. So that is how much bigger this is going to be. You can see that's miles off. Of course, the way that I build these up, it's going to be interesting. It will have that bit in the center. That's a good point. Those are going to be well wider, aren't they? Good God. Yeah. These are too wide apart. Just step them in a bit, see how it looks. That's obviously wonky there. Is that the right width? Yeah. I wanted to keep this width of that because I felt like that was right. That felt like it's where it should be. Is it too much if I go a bit wider? No, that's too narrow, isn't it now? Let's go like here. Let's go one over. Yeah, I think that width is acceptable. And what I'll probably do with this is slope it down a bit with the. And that's going to come from like there. Funny enough, on the 2000 version, it literally just used that with absolutely no detail on it. It was just chilling like that. Let me just check. Yeah, that's how it looked. I'm pretty happy with it so far anyway. It's starting to look like the Falcon, I would say. and add some more bits and pieces here and there. Like that. I know that's not the right angle of it, but just to get an idea of how it's going to go. I'll only really need this corner and that to have the rounded things on, because here is pretty much a straight edge. So I'm not really going to need a lot of it. Just is what it is. And then when I know exactly where the sides are, we can start adding things like the chairs. You know, these sort of, for the chess game, I'd say it's probably going to be like there-ish. Similar. The floor space is just going to be a bit more grand than it used to be. That's sort of the whole thing here, isn't it? And then you've got the whole back to play with. I'm excited for that. I've not really ever done a build where I'm sort of, as an adult, like I obviously did this as a kid, where I'd be completely flushing out an interior. So we'll see how it goes. I think we'll call it a day on the stream for now. I'm really hungry and I want to make a cup of tea, and I need to put my washing in the dryer. So on that note, thanks very much, everyone. I know there's nobody watching now, but in case you watch this in the future, and then I might jump on this later. I might not stream it. I might call it a day. I might build something else. So yeah, thanks very much, everyone. Bye bye.